Hi everyone, it is I don't know why I did this, it's like I caught a fish this big. It is October 5th, and that means it is the 5th day in the 31 Horrors of Mike, a loving tribute to Cinemascore's Monster Madness. Each day of October, blah 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 blah, reviewing a horror film, etc. etc. Anyway, so today's film, we're fast forwarding from 1960 because we last did City of the Dead. We are talking about Dagon, which is a film that was released in 2001. Now, Dagon was directed by Stuart Gordon, who's one of my favourite sort of skewed horror directors. He's done a lot of stuff based on the writings of H.P. Lovecraft. He's done some great films like Re-Animator and The Beyond. And Dagon is actually based off of, well, it's based off of two H.P. Lovecraft short stories. One called Dagon, they take the name from that, and The Shadows of Innsmouth, I think that's what it was called. And the thing with H.P. Lovecraft is, love a lot of the stuff in his stories. Great imaginative writing, really fantastic ideas, imagination, and then he just has to be racist, doesn't he? He's racist in a lot of his writings as well. So there's like little bits of really sort of bitterness towards anybody that isn't white and Protestant. So uh, that kind of you're reading his books, enjoying the story, and then all of a sudden there's a little tidbit, and you're just like, why am I even reading this guy? But anyway, so H.P. Lovecraft has had a massive influence on horror literature and on horror film, and Dagon is based on two of his short stories, like I already mentioned. Anyway, so it takes place off the coast of Spain, and a couple are uh, stranded on their boat, and they go out to the coast, a small coastal, remote, isolated town in Spain, to try and get help because two of their other friends have been stranded as well. So they go to get help. And when they go to this town, they find this really, really strange town. It's like it's stuck way in the back, way in the past. It feels like a sort of 19th century type of town. Um, the inhabitants all seem to be rather bizarre, and they are befriended by this town sort of tramp who seems to be the only one that hasn't been affected by whatever is going on. I don't really want to spoil it too much, but basically, as with a lot of H.P. Lovecraft's writing, it's about how people are worshipping ancient gods, gods that have long been forgotten, that lie, dormant, waiting for a chance to come back into our world. And there's like strange, hideous creatures, wandering around this town, and it's you really try to get this couple out of this town, hoping that they'll escape and get to safety. It's I think it's got a fantastic atmosphere. I'm not going to lie. That again, there are some problems with it. There's some really dodgy CG in places, which is quite unusual because Stuart Gordon's films were really known for some great practical effects, but there still are some great practical effects here. The story takes a lot of twists and turns, and it's more the atmosphere of the film that I was really I don't know why I did that. Turned into a robot for a second. It's more the atmosphere of the film that I was impressed with, and I think if you watch it, I think hopefully you'll be impressed with it as well. I really thoroughly recommend it. It's a good sort of uh, monster film, for want of a better phrase, and it's also quite unknown to a lot of people, so it's really worth checking. Yes, there, let's say, some dodgy CG, but apart from that, really enjoyed it. And I would also like to say one of my favourite video games of all time is Resident Evil 4, and I think, if you turned this on, you would think you were watching a film version of that game. Some of the whole sort of Spanish aspect of it, and just parts of it, you're just like, well, whoa, somebody watched this film before they made Resident Evil 4. So that's Dagon from 2001, directed by Stuart Gordon. Definitely check it out. It's a really smashing monster movie, no pun intended. And I will be back tomorrow with the next film. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Let me know what you think, etc. I don't know what I'm doing now. I have no way to end these videos. Bye.